Hi, this is the third video going through the process of transferring information from the cash receipts and cash payments journal to the ledger account. We're using the example of Peaks Plumbing, and in the first video we entered the opening balances from our trial balance here, and in the second video we did the cash receipts and cash payments for the bank account and GST. So in this video we're going to do the rest of the cash receipts journal. So if we have a look in our cash receipts journal, I recommend you rip that page off with the cash receipts and cash payments journal so you've got it in front of you so you don't have to keep flicking. Now we've already entered the bank, and as we talked about last time, the total of GST, plumbing fees, spare parts and sundry, which is the fancy word for everything else, they should all add up to $4,989. Now I shoved it all in Excel and made sure it does. So yes, it does all add up. So we've already done the bank, that's the money that's come in. Now we're explaining where that money came from. We've done GST received. So the next one along the line is our plumbing fees. So over the few days that we're looking at, they've received plumbing fees of $1,117. So if we scroll down through our ledgers, we've got our plumbing fees received account here. Now it's an income account. We've given it a name that starts with 400 as a unique number, so 401 is just fine. As long as you've got a number that starts with 4 and it's not the same as anything else, then that's all good. Now we're going to put in the date. We're looking at here, the last date that we got was the 4th of July, so July 4th, and we're putting in an cash receipts. Now from the cash receipts journal we debit the bank and we credit everything else, so we're writing that over there in the credit column. I'm just going to align my columns so I don't have to keep moving them across, and we're going to put in that 1,117, 1117. Now we've got a credit balance and we've credited it, so that means that we are going to be adding those balances together because they are the same. So 5,000 plus 1,117. Most of you probably did that in your heads in no time. And so we're going to put in $6,117. And we've still got, this will still be a credit balance. Most of the time the balances don't change. It's only the bank account and maybe GST, but in the examples that we're working on, we made sure that they don't change. All right, that is the plumbing fees done. So in your head, tick off, we've dealt with the bank column, we've dealt with the GST column, dealt with the plumbing fees. Now we're up to the spare part sales. So if we scroll on down, part sales, we're going to put in the last date that we've got here. So we've got the 4th of July, cash receipts. Now we're going to credit, because we're from the cash receipts journal, debit the bank, credit everything else, $525, 525. Line it over properly. Now we've got a credit balance and a credit entry. So once again, we're going to be adding those together. So 3,500 plus 525. That gives us $4,025. So in here, 4,025, and that is still a credit balance. So we put our CR in there, and let's just go back and double check we've got our date. I might just change that July to a capital J. We've got our particulars. We've taken the information from the cash receipts journal. We've got our amount. We've only got one entry in either the debit or the credit column. And then because it's a credit and a credit balance, we've added it up and we put in the new balance, and that's our line done. Okay, now for things like plumbing fees received and part sales, you might see that they're not actually in the cash payments journal. So that means that we're not going to be doing any more entries. We're just going to leave it at that. Okay, part sales. Now, let's have a look at the cash receipts journal. We've done the bank, we've done GST received, we've done fees received, we've done spares parts. Now we've got the sundry column. We've got two entries here. We've got the $87 on tools and equipment, and we've got some dividends. So we need to go through and enter those in tools and equipment and dividends. So I'm going to do the tools and equipment one, and I'll leave you to do the dividends when we finish the video. So go through your list. You will have been given a tools and equipment account, I'm pretty sure. If we go all the way down, yes we have. Here we go, the last one is tools and equipment. So we go in here, we put in the date that it actually happened. So it's the 2nd of July. 2nd of July. We are in cash receipts. Oops, let's spell cash right. And because it's from the cash receipts, we're going to be crediting it, and that's $87. Now, tools and equipment has a debit balance. Tools and equipment are an asset. They are the things that they're going to be using to fix stuff. And it looks to me like they sold an old tool. So we're going to take away $87 from this tools and equipment account. So we start with 9,830 and we take away 87, which leaves us with a new balance of $9,743, and that will be a debit balance. And notice that we had a debit balance, we credited it, we subtracted it. Once again, we've got our date, we've got our particulars, our one debit or credit entry, and then we've changed the balance because of that entry. Now I'm going to let you go on and do the dividend one by yourself, and then you can check your answers.